All right, we have got the patch notes. Now, this is actually going to be quite an interesting one because they have made some actual good changes here. And look, obviously things aren't great with Destiny 2 at the moment. I'm not going to go too deep into that because it's like beating a dead horse at this point. Let's just praise the positives. Yes, I already know that they're just undoing the stuff that they did already and they're backtracking and dev time is going towards fixing stuff that they did in previous dev time, blah, 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 blah. I get it. I get it. Please just save the comments. Let's just please appreciate when actual good things happen as well, right? So, with that little disclaimer out of the way, we have got Destiny 2 Update 9.1.5.1 Gameplay and Investment Unstable Cores. Last week, we announced that unstable cores would not reset with the launch of Destiny 2 Renegades on December 2nd, 2025. We noted in the tweet that we would provide future updates on how we would rebalance the economy of this currency. We've landed on a plan to fully deprecate this currency. Once deprecated, Infusion will cost an amount of enhancement cores and glimmer. So I've already read this because they published it in a tweet on Twitter. So this is really good. And this is what I meant. This is good because what a wasted currency. Max actually said it perfectly. It's almost like legendary shards. Overall, we found that unstable cores have been too restrictive across power levels and failed to drive interesting build crafting decisions, whether they be powering up through campaign missions or wanting to try different weapons or even into endgame content and looking to infuse lower level gear to the higher power levels. We don't have an exact patch for this change just yet, but we are working rapidly to align on a target date. In the short term, we have 2 items of note shipping today with Destiny 2 update 9.1.5.1. Alright, let's talk about that. Let's see what that is. Our goal is to help players with smaller amounts of unstable cores infuse gear alongside power and progression changes going live tomorrow until the currency can be retired. We have added a one-time reward of 777,777 unstable cores, Bungie's favorite number being 7, to the catch-up chest that will be available in the tower tomorrow at reset. We highly recommend tomorrow at reset? This patch note came out today and resets today. They obviously wrote this yesterday, sure. We highly recommend signing in and using these before they are permanently removed. We are shipping a minor change that reduces the number of unstable cores needed for infusion at higher power levels until they are deprecated. Also very good. We will provide additional updates when available. So reward power. Reward power has been improved across both PvE and PvP portal content. For details, check out Twid, the 2nd of the 25th. The Edge of Fate activity rewards are also getting a small buff from 200 to 300 power. Seasonal hub rewards are getting a slight improvement to make them more consistent from 400 to 500 power. There is a double full stop right there. All right, TechSec supply drop. A chest of Vanguard sanctioned armaments calibrated to prepare all Guardians for the Call to Arms event is now available in the tower near Zavala. The chest contains a set of tier 3 armor and weapons as well as enhancement cores, bringing recipients up to 300 power. This is just going to be fodder, to be honest with you, for probably a lot of people. The chest will be available to all players, though those under Guardian rank 4 will be cautioned that they should be accustomed with the game's combat and systems before opening it, as the equipment will advance their portal activities to master difficulty. Alright, that's a good heads up there. Alright, moving on to armor, only 2 points here. Fixed an issue where armor 2.0 copies of young Ahamkara Spine did not count as featured gear. I can't stand featured gear, I'll be honest with you. I'm actually glad that they're removing that. Fix an issue where the Iron Panoply Warlock gauntlets could obscure the screen. Yep, seeing less of the screen is obviously not a good thing. All right, moving on to weapon traits here. We've got fixed an issue where the charge time masterwork didn't provide additive stats based on gear tier. Note, charge rate can't boost itself further, unlike some other stats, as the value proposition of plus 10 is already significantly better than the other masterwork options for many fusion rifles. Enhanced reservoir burst has had its stability removed and increased magazine stat returned. That's a pretty damn good one there. Exotic weapons. Alephanim. One way to say it. Fixed an issue where Alephanim projectiles weren't counting as micro missiles. All right, abilities, we've got Glacial Harvest here. Fixed an issue where Glacial Harvest still had a cooldowns, in fact, in PvE. Ensnaring Slam, the class stat over shield now triggers on Ensnaring Slam activation. Then we've got Weave Walk here. So Weave Walk now grants Woven Melt if exited via finisher. Gameplay modifiers, Volatile Shields. Shortly after your shield breaks, you now regain the ability to attack with weapons, excluding swords. While your shield is broken, you now gain Devour. Oh my god, that's gonna be cool for some build crafting. All right, activities here. Moving on to the... Oh my god, I hate this thing. Oh, no wonder the list is quite long. All right, strap in, boys. We've got some portal updates. Oh man, right, let's see. So, power adjustment has been removed from all challenge modifiers. Instead, players are capped in effective power in each tier. Grades are now based on the number of green and red arrows applied via modifiers, banes, boons, and player stakes, as well as activity and highest player power level. All chests after the mid-activity chest in Onslaughts, the Coil, and Contest of Elders now drop loot based on your projected score plus 5% for the timer for both power and gear tier. End of activity rewards have been adjusted to account for this. Players will no longer have difficulty tiers automatically selected for them until they meet the power level of the activity. All conquests have had their time limits increased to match their portal counterparts based on this specific tier. Bonus portal drops awarded from hub daily objectives move to hub weekly objectives so that players don't have to log in each day to optimize their power gain. Yes, that is such a good thing right there. Each of the 5 weekly objectives reward the player 4 bonus portal drops upon claiming. To keep the total number of bonus drops equivalent, the number of weekly login bonus drops has now been increased from 5 to 6. Since a vast majority of players will be at 300 power or above going forward due to the TechSec supply drop chest, details below, normal, advanced, and expert quick play nodes have been removed as the expert matchmaking tier from direct launch so that you can find players when you try to matchmake. This new node has been adjusted so that anyone between 10 and 399 power can earn good rewards from it. That is such a positive change right there. I'm so happy that they're doing that. Additionally, we have tweaked the modifiers available on this new quick play playlist to this wider population. If you want to see if volatile shields or haste was removed, you'll just have to check it for yourself. Okay. There's a little hint for you right there, I guess. Fixed an issue with the Heliostat exotic mission where fire team members would sometimes fail to be pulled into an encounter. That's obviously not great. Fixed it, well, actually, I say it's not great. It's been fixed, so that's even better. Fixed an issue where Shanks could spawn in a closed vent in the Fallen Saber Strike boss room when the Caltrops Bane is active, causing a soft lock. I'm glad that that's fixed. I've encountered soft locks in this game plenty of times throughout my years of playing it. It is a ball ache and very frustrating. Fixed an issue where the Contest of Elders activity couldn't reach a score of 10,000 and the end of activity chest rewards were being sent directly to the postmaster. Yeah, that's annoying considering loading into the tower is like a 10+ minute load screen. Fixed an issue where the Nightfall activity node could sometimes not be launched. The launch bug, yes, they need to fix that for Heliostat as well because that is also an issue there too. Fixed an issue where players could be unable to respawn without immediately downed when respawning in Duality Layer during the Galran encounter. Alright, well, I mean, these are all positive fixes, right? So I'm not going to shit talk something that's obviously good for us. Like, it's been fixed. That's very good. Alright, we've got Reclaim here. This is honestly cussing at this point. Mid-activity chests have been added to all 3 variants of Reclaim. Okay, that's good. The Desert Perpetual. Epic Koragos now uses the beam attack during DPS phases. Epic Koragos Detain Bubble is properly removed from players when destroyed. Epic Koragos portal mechanics are disabled as intended during Final Stand. Epic Agrios' phase limit feat allows for 2 encounter loop damage phases in addition to Final Stand. Natros' Hourglass is reset at the end of each encounter loop as intended, preventing an immediate wipe to Neo Mutation. That is definitely something that needed to be, yeah, I'm glad about that. Fix the bug with the Whirling Ovation Catalyst drop rate. So, oh, wow, there's actually a bug for that. Okay. Attuning the Catalyst will now guarantee it on the next... Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, great. Okay, fantastic. All right, got some basic UI stuff here. So power communication. Activities that use the activity power cap system will now display combatant power in addition to the activity power cap in tooltips and other pre-launch displays. In the customization screen for activities that use the activity power cap system, your power, including fireteam power adjustments capped at the activity power cap, will be presented alongside combatant power. Very good. The more we see as the player, the better. Tooltips for customizable portal activity difficulties will present the activity power cap for that difficulty. Reverted the entirety of the Stronghold rework from update 9.1.0. Again, I think this is really good. I'm not a fan of the portal, like I keep saying, but if you're making positive adjustments to it, knowing that we're never ever going to be rid of it, then obviously this is good. And finishing off here with general, we've got updated the Guardian rank 6 objective that required the 3rd iteration weapon to also progress with the new Mapias weapon. Sorry if I say that wrong. Fix an issue where the new chronologues could be lost if acquired or claimed while the stack of chronologues was in the vault. Chronologues lost due to this issue will be replaced at a later date. And then also fix an issue where players above 500 power couldn't claim clan engrams from Hawthorne. Highly doubt that's a problem because a very small percentage of people are above power level 500 and no one talks to Hawthorne nowadays. Let's be honest. You've got a bunch of engrams just stacking up there. No one talks to her. Ever. It's only recent that even Devrim K got the limelight again. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to drag this on any longer than what it needs to be. These are all positive things here. At the end of the day, like I said, we're not going to be getting rid of the portal, so I'm all for positive changes to enhance the player's experience, right? Because ultimately, that is what we want. I love Destiny. I don't want it to fail. I want it to succeed. And if this is the path that we have to go on to get to that end result, then I'm all for it. I just want to click play on the game and actually enjoy clicking play on the game again. I do miss that feeling, and hopefully this is a step in the positive direction, right? But at the end of the day, I want to hear from you guys the most, so let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comment section below. Try and keep it as constructive as you can. Guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter or, you know, join the Discord server, both of those links are in the description below as well. But ultimately, guys, I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much, and take care.